Hi fam, welcome back to my channel. This is Medeaij, and in today's video we're going to be creating this emerald green makeup look. If you know me, you know that green is one of my favorite colors, so I couldn't pass up the opportunity to play with the Pat McGrath Odyssey palette. So let's jump right in because this look is super easy and super quick. So obviously the first thing we're going to do is start off with the base. I know, who is she? Starting off with the base. But because of how easy this look is, I decided to start off with my base, and I'm using the Revolution Pro Hydra Matte Primer. I love this primer, it works with all my foundations, no problem. And then I'm using the MAC Studio Fix Fluid. This is the newer shade in C55, I believe, that I picked up. I know it kind of looks a little bit green, but honestly, it settles down quite beautifully and it still gives that full coverage, and it's my perfect shade. So I do urge you to go ahead and get yourselves rematched with MAC if you haven't done so in a while, because I really do love the coverage of MAC foundations. We know MAC does good foundations, like, let's be honest, they do really good bases. So really love how luminous my skin looks. It looks nice and fresh, the coverage is beautiful. So yeah, for concealer, I'm using the Makeup Revolution Concealer and Define in C12.5. I wanted a little bit of a highlight underneath my eye, so I decided to go for a slightly lighter concealer. My normal shade is either C13, C13.5, depending on the sun. To bronze, I'm using the XX Revolution bronzer, and I'm just applying that all over. I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with my makeup sponge. So I'm using a flat foundation brush to apply to the areas that I kind of just want to bronze, I want to chisel, I want to give some dimension. And then after leaving the concealer for a little while to dry down, I'm just going in to blend out the concealer first. I am being quite careful not to blend it over the bronzer because I really do want the bronzer to show up. So you should get something quite luminous like this. And then to set it, I'm using the BeautyCrop setting powder, the Vitamin Babe setting powder. I have said this before in my review video that I really do like the color of this particular powder. This is in shade medium. It doesn't give me a banana yellow color, but it's such a beautiful neutral tone powder that sets my yellow concealer quite nicely. So I really do love the coverage of it. Plus, it doesn't, dry out my under eye or anything. It's gorgeous. So the eyeshadow we're using is the Pat McGrath Holiday Eyeshadow Palette in Celestial Odyssey. And this is the first time I'm actually, no, actually, this is the second time I'm using this, but this is the first time on camera. And I'm starting off with my base. I'm using the Plouise base in Rumour number 5. As I said, this is going to be a really easy look, so no, not that much effort to be honest. Using the brown shade in the palette, I'm just going to go ahead and blend out my crease just to give it some warmth in the outer and inner corner. I'm just literally just blending out the crease to be honest. But I am keeping the shadow on the outer corner because I don't want anything dark. I don't want anything smoky on the outer corner, but I do want some warmth. So I'm applying that to the outer and inner corner, and then I'm going to apply my lid color all over it. To give it a little bit more definition, a little bit more warmth, I am going in with this darker brown. As I said, I didn't want it to be too dark. I just kind of wanted some shape, some dimension to it, just so that it doesn't look like a flat shadow all over my eye. I kind of wanted to create some, some levels to this. So once that's fully blended and I'm quite happy with that, I'm going to use my NYX Glitter Adhesive. Um, in hindsight, you probably don't need the glitter adhesive, but I do like that it helped prolong the wear of the eyeshadow. So I'm applying that with my ring finger, and then I'm going to go over it with the emerald green shadow from the palette, the one that I showed you, and I'm using my finger. It's so effortless, you don't have to be precise. The beautiful thing is this shadow and brown just kind of complement each other quite nicely. So it does look like a really effortless type of eye look. So I'm just applying that, and then I went in with the same brush with no extra product just to tap it in the crease area just so that it blends a little bit better with the browns. And then to set the rest of my face, I'm using the Revolution Pro CC setting powder. Love this powder. This is my solution to the MAC mineralized skin finish. You know, if the coins are not coining, definitely check out this one. It's a drugstore alternative. And then to further define my cheekbones, I'm using the Ofra Meaty palette in Deep. I love this. You don't want to see the way my palette actually looks right now. It's in shambles because I almost want to say that I've used it in so many videos. And the brush that I'm using is from Joy Adenuga. So I did do a video showcasing what brushes you need for everyday look. So if you haven't seen that, definitely check it out. Joy Adenuga is a makeup artist and she makes beautiful makeup brushes. And as a makeup artist, she definitely knows what types of brushes you need. So check out that video. To just give my cheeks some light, I didn't want to put too much like blush and highlighter. So I went in with the shimmer shadow, not shimmer shadow, shimmer shade from the Ofra palette. For my liner, I'm using the Morphe Make It Big liquid liner. Is it a liquid liner? It's a liquid liner. It's a felt tip liquid liner. And then I'm using this eye pencil from Wonder 2. This one has a little bit of shimmer to it. So I'm not putting that in my waterline just because my eyes do get irritated. I kept it on the lower lash line and I just blended it out with a pencil brush. And then for mascara, I'm using the Morphe Make It Big mascara. I love this mascara. I opted not to use the Big Prime this time because I didn't want the blue to overshadow the emerald green. So I just went ahead with the Morphe Make It Big mascara on its own, and it's still very beautiful. To line my lips, I'm using the MUA Academy Lip Pencil in Obsession. It's one of my favorite brown lip pencils for all skin types, but especially women of color because it's just the perfect brown. And then I'm using this Ultimate lipstick from Maybelline. All the products that I use will be linked in the description box, so don't worry. To kind of settle down the powders and everything, I'm using the Morphe Setting Mist, and this is the finished look. I really like the way this look came out. I feel like it's a very effortless, occasion ready type of look. You could also wear it to work, you can wear it to school. It's such a beautiful, understated look. So definitely let me know your thoughts. It's the first time using the Pat McGrath palette, so I'm definitely a fan of Pat's formula. So I didn't expect anything less. This was such an effortless eyeshadow palette to use, which is perfect for people on the go. You haven't got time to be blending shadows. So if you're not able to get that because it's a holiday palette, really sorry, but do look out for Pat McGrath's next palettes or check out her other eyeshadow palettes because they perform in similar ways. But yeah, let me know what you think of this look, and if you did like it, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Turn on your notification bell so you know when next I release a video. And remember, God doesn't like ugly. Be nice to someone today, and Black Lives will always matter. And I'll catch you in a future one. Bye.